What, put a helmet
to sort of like
you mean
to show his
AI?
Talking about relevant cars, Lee, we're going to clip this and I'm going to look at this camera. Rob, send me the pictures of all the Formula 1 cars that we had at the NEC.
Yeah, go
First
on,
year
Rob.
of uni, please.
Hey.
Thank you.
See,
And all the Max Power girls.
do it again properly.
Yeah. And all the Max Power bitches.
Thank you.
Ladies.
So what is this you about to show us then?
This is the trailer for the movie that we're all going to go and see together as a group come June.
Oh.
It's basically Top Gun Maverick 2.
Who's June?
Did any of you see Top Gun Maverick 1?
Yes.
Yeah. What did you think of it?
It was actually alright.
Well,
It's a bit of like
the new one.
America again.
I can't
You know.
So we're all under the assumption that we were a fan of the new Top Gun movie, basically.
I liked it, but I wasn't like overwhelmed with it.
Okay, well, this is made by the same people who made that, using the same visual effects and those kind of things. Only instead of it having that Scientologist guy, it's got Brad Pitt.
So instead of putting him in the jet plane, they just changed the scene and put him in a car now.
Yeah, basically, and they put him in a racing car.
But faster.
A land
faster than a jet.
So there's no Miles Teller and there's no
Oh, I don't know what
Tom.
No shirtless Miles Teller.
Yeah, no shirtless Miles Teller.
Oh.
No Tom Hanks. Tom Cruise.
Oh.
I don't think there's Tom Hanks at all. No.
Has he got Louis?
I'm smart.
Lewis is in it.
Oh, Louis is in it.
Lewis is a producer for this, actually.
Is it?
Yeah, Lewis.
Wow.
Lewis is hot.
Yeah.
Alright.
But,
Play the trailer!
but it's going to be a little bit jarring. Every time you see Lewis, he's got to be in a silver car and not in a red car, which is going to be jarring for everybody, I think, now.
Is he wearing his big coat like the Ferrari one?
Is that gonna
Yeah,
start?
that hadn't happened.
Not
at this point,
touchscreen.
right? Are you ready?
I am. I will just plug myself in.
He's getting his mic ready.
I'm getting tight in a second.
Okay. Right, if you want me to do a pause at any point, do say so. We can do a pause.
Do a pause!
You do.
And we can have a little
A
discussion.
little comment on each section. I like
if
it.
you want
I
to,
just want to watch it first and
I'm-
then comment afterwards.
Yeah, maybe we do that. Hopefully we've got sound. Can you check the sound?
On the trailer!
Good point.
How'd you do
Let's do this.
With some great editing and some trickery.
Yeah.
I'm holding it. It sounds like a submarine.
Some people look at Sonny Hayes. They see a guy who lives in a van, a gambling junkie who missed his shot, the best that never was. But I see possibility.
Oh, I see.
And if you don't love me now, we'll never
My Rook is a phenomenal.
Okay.
They filmed this with the actual F1 drivers, didn't they?
They did, yeah.
Oh, they did. Okay. Oh, that's fucking.
Joshua
He's
Pierce.
great. He's great.
I don't know who he is.
He's fucking Vincent Saint. Oh, I bet he's got a fucking really good show. And I'll send everyone a link.
Talent. But he's young. You plus him. Boom. I got a team.
When was the last time you won a race?
Sunday, Daytona.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant Formula 1.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then same as you.
If you had any constructive criticism for each other, what would it be?
Don't be such an arsenic kid. That was destructive.
Wow.
Respect us.
They're saying Sonny Hayes isn't a has-been. He's a never was.
Absolute best in the world.
Whoa, go back.
Where do you want to go?
To the credits.
To the credit. Oh,
Yeah.
fucking hell.
I felt like doing
Trust
some,
I spotted this.
bad lip sync and most of that.
No, forward a little bit.
Oh, God.
potentially. Hey,
Hands
hands.
up.
I just saw hands. I was like,
Executive producers: Jerry Buckhammer, Joe Kosinski, Lewis Hamilton, Brad Pitt.
Hans Zimmer did the more.
I'd like to point out that looks really, really fucking good.
It does look good, doesn't it?
Like, I was very apprehensive on the previous input that I've seen of this.
Yeah.
But it's been in the back of my mind for a long time because this was like the teased a while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've not seen anything since then, so that looks really good.
That does look good, although the best Formula 1 driver is John Gerard.
Jean
He's not wrong.
That's what I've seen him from now. I remember now.
To be fair, that shot is fucking cool. They would for this shot. This is like a 1992 F1 car actually, and they would have had to have de-aged Brad Pitt and got him in front of the relevant car.
Put a helmet on
to sort of like.
You mean
to
to
show
use
his
AI?
Talking about relevant cars, Lee, we're going to clip this and I'm going to look at this camera. Rob, send me the pictures of all the Formula 1 cars that we had at the NEC.
Yeah, go
First
on,
year
Rob.
of uni, please.
Hey.
Thank you.
See,
And on Thanks Power Girls.
do it again properly.
Yeah.
Stuff, but yeah, good. It looks alright. I'm not really into much of like racing films.
I was
but, yeah.
apprehensive on the driving shots
Initially,
initially.
they're good though, aren't they?
That looks nice.
Yeah.
That looks tight.
Yeah, they use the same camera shots they used. That's where they developed it from. So they developed this like special camera technique to do a forward-facing camera on people in cockpits for Top Gun Maverick, and it's the exact
That
same.
makes sense.
It's the
I
exact
see.
same
Yeah,
effects
yeah.
that they've taken them a step further, basically.
Will they have as many Budweiser quite clearly sponsored things in this film as the American?
It's hard to say. I imagine it'll probably be more like Rolex and stuff like that because I think it was all sponsored by Rolex at the time. But whatever the Formula One sponsors are.
Tag Heuers.
Because I really enjoyed it when watching Top Gun Maverick when they went to the bar and then they had to drink Budweiser.
At least it wasn't Bud Light.
At least it wasn't.
Oh.
Well, it made me.
I had a
fancy.
Bud Light in the cheap drinking hole that we go to.
You take yourself out of here with that.
How many euros was it?
Oh, it was $2.10.
They pay you to drink it.
And I was like, oh, I know, I'll have a Bud Light. And then I was like, yeah, this is the worst thing.
They were like, oh, you're quite fruity, aren't you?
That was the worst thing I've ever drunk. Yeah.
You want to dress with that Bud Light? Right, does anybody have any more questions about that trailer or want me to nerd out on it at all?
Is it going to be better than Talladega Nights, the Ballard Ricky?
Can't be that.
Honestly, I would say so.
You should put that trailer on.
I would hope so.
Judging by the trailer,
David Barbie.
There's no shaking or baking happening between the two of them.
I've literally applied to get my MSUK license just so I can turn around and say I am an amateur race car driver,
stock car driver,
and a novice tattoo artist.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Oh dear.
Maybe you should have more cowboy in you.
Yeah. So what do you reckon?
Oh, come on, can we play the Talladega Night?
We can do in a minute or two. Yeah. One thing I noticed is the shots, like all of the shots from the racing and stuff like that, are really, really good. But some of them, and you probably won't notice that, but I do because I watched a lot of last season, and a decent portion of the cars on the track are actually. They're just like the cars reskinned from the Mercedes.
Right,
it is nearly always when they reskin one of the cars anyway. It's the Mercedes car that's reskinned. There's one shot towards the end that's really good of the trailer when they're coming down the second back straight at Abu Dhabi towards the new sort of like parabolica kind of hairpin corner. And that's a really, really good shot. And you've got Lewis in the background. Anyway, from what I remember, there's like 5 cars in the shot. There's like Lewis, Esteban Ocon, Fernando, and one of the McLarens. I don't know if it's Oscar or Lando. And then the car at the front is the Apex car. Yeah, it was actually George Russell. And they've reskinned George Russell's car to look like the Apex car, which it's pretty indistinguishable, to be fair. It looks really, really good. But I can just remember that shot of those 5 cars coming down the straight and being like, that looks really, really cool.
So,
and no doubt they thought.
Do you think the average F1 avid enjoyer that watches them religiously usually,
i.e. Nathan,
do you think they'll spot that and not like it as much?
No, I think there's so much in there to actually like and enjoy that all of the like little nuances and stuff like that. I mean, one of the things I'm going to spot, and not a lot of people will spot, is they actually did quite a lot of the filming over this season just gone and the season before.
I was just going to ask that question. Is this actually over the races that you see? Are they actually over original races?
Most of the footage is cut in from real races, and they filmed it at real Formula 1 events. And they did some on-running with their cars and the other cars, and they've made it look...
So that would be pretty cool then for people that actually watch this a lot, like the F1 races, and they'll be like, oh, I was there for that race.
Yeah.
I know which bit this is.
Yeah.
There's
going to be a shot in the movie, I know, from the Mexican Grand Prix last year gone, where in the story of the movie, Brad Pitt's character wins that race. I can't remember who fucking did win that race now. Was it Charles Leclerc? Maybe. AC, could you... Which race
was it?
Mexico 2024. But basically, they filmed a scene of Brad Pitt's character running around at the end of the race, parked up on what they call the stadium section of the track. And he's running around holding a flag and celebrating with all the Mexicans. It was Sainz, was it? Oh god, my first thought was Sainz won that race, and then I was like, no, it couldn't possibly be. No.
So I've got 2 questions because this is going to be compared heavily, and I think this is probably this will be.
You're not going to say Driven now, are you?
No. I think it's to be compared heavily to the Gran Turismo film.
I haven't seen that
because that uses real footage and a mix of the two.
The Gran Turismo film, I liked it.
I've not seen
it. Missing something.
And my other question is, do you think Luke Dale will enjoy the film?
I would imagine Luke Dale, if he's into his racing, he seems, fairly well spoken.
He's a pretty racy man, isn't he?
Yeah, you presume that, well spoken people do like Formula 1. I imagine he's been to Goodwood a couple of times. So yeah, chances are, I imagine Luke will quite enjoy.
Luke,
this movie.
would you like to elaborate on that question?
Do you reckon he's been to Shelsley?
I don't know. Do you want to come down to Shelsley, Luke?
That's where dreams are made.
It is, yeah.
So if you're going to compare it to any of the recent ones, what about Rush or Ford and Ferrari?
Rush is amazing, and to be fair, Ford and Ferrari is also amazing.
Rush was absolutely amazing.
Because the Formula Ferrari was with Matt Damon, wasn't it?
And also
Matt Damon.
And also, you bunch of fucking amateurs. If you know who I mean.
Yeah. I mean, because those are some big films, weren't they, when they came out there as well?
I mean, Rush was so good.
Yeah. So it's going to be a hard competitor then, isn't it?
But the Ferrari film was awful.
You didn't like it, to be fair.
Well, which one? The Ford vs Ferrari?
That's good.
Yeah.
But the Ferrari film...
Oh, is there a separate Ferrari
Yes.
film?
What's that one called?
Have you not seen...
it's not that French one from 2009, is it?
No, newer than that. The CGI on it is awful to the point where you want to leave.
Gran Turismo, the one that is, and then...
They don't really do racing movies that often. I just want it to be better than Driven, basically. With Bo Vandenberg and Jimmy Bly!
There's one with Tom Cruise. This is a Days of Thunder.
Yeah, that's maybe
that's good, yeah.
That's NASCAR.
Oh,
that's good.
Yeah.
That's a hot...
That's like fucking... That's Top Gun.
Oh,
That's
right.